Good morning, you guys. It's really early, but I woke up completely inspired. I was thinking about our 4th of July party coming up, and everybody would be in the pool, and how we usually play volleyball back and forth, and how the ball usually runs out of the pool and into the garden. And I was in, well, what is now the garden? It used to be grass. But anyhow, I was thinking, oh, maybe now is that time to make that distinct little pathway right here. It's not going to be big. I don't have a lot of extra recycled wood, but just enough to make it clear that there is a path. And then I will be working on where to step in here. So I think that'd be a really good pre-4th of July little project. Again, it was just on a whim, and I'm using power tools. So I am using Jack's miter saw, and I've got it all pretty much set up, not power on yet. That would safety first. But then I have some of these recycled boards here from where we took out pieces on the deck. And that's okay if they rot over there in the ground, but I thought this would be really, really cool. And if I'm not mistaken, these are already probably have holes every, I don't know how many feet. Let's see, 18 inches. And then this is every 18 inches also. And then, oh, a little bit longer on this one. You know what? Let's just call it 18 inches and put our lines right there and go for it. Okay, I'm gonna be super careful. I'm gonna use my safety glasses. And I don't need to draw my lines because I can already see the line right there. So I'm gonna line it up. Turn it on. Oh, doggone it. I actually made these cuts and I totally forgot. I turned the power onto the camera, but I forgot to turn it on to start video. So you missed a little bit of sparks action. On this second cut that I made, I'm just off a little bit, and there's a screw way deep down in there. So instead of risking anything to the blade, I'm going to hand saw just this little bit. Oh, which I'm going to hate this. We're just gonna bury that. Oh, look how loose it is. I know it's right there. I knew it was right there. No project is simple, but it's simple enough. All right, so that makes my sizes off a little bit. This board right here has some nails in it. So hold on, safety first, make sure that's off. And let's measure this piece out and take the nails out. We'll just hammer those back. We might cut, let's see, I wonder, we might be able to get 18. Need a pencil. Yeah. Yep. Okay, hold on, let me get a pencil. Okay, and this half we're not going to use, but at least we get 2 more planks out of this one. Okay, let's get these nails out. Get out. We're just going to cut around it. Maybe we'll sink that into the ground. Man, I would really have loved to get that out. Maybe Jack can get it out later tonight when he gets home. 5 blocks. It's not what I wanted exactly. I thought maybe there was more. Maybe I can dig up more in a minute. But let's go see how these look. Let's go take them to the job site. Okay, so let's, again, it's not perfect, right? But it's just meant to be a little place for the family to recognize where they're supposed to walk. Let's use the aged side. I want to use this aged look. There. Now I can see a vision. Yeah, that's good. Let's see if I can't find just a couple more pieces of wood to extend this. Make it look like it's supposed to be a stepping area. I think we have plenty of, used. Well, I did get rid of the little pieces. Let me show you. So this is what I have left to work with. I could probably use a couple of these. I kind of like this mossy look over here. And I could probably use, maybe get 1 or 2 planks out of this. So let's grab these. And again, I got the screw situation happening. Perfect. Turn it on. Safety. Perfect. That's one way to use up your old junky wood. Again, it'll probably rot out pretty fast in Florida. think this is about all we're going to get out of this board. This part's rotted completely bad. Okay, safety off. I mean, put the safety thing back on. We'll put that in reserve. Hold on, let's power back up again real quick. Ooh, let's change this. We'll just kind of see where we go with that. I used this one earlier. Why did I not see that one? We're going to use the short one here. Kind of disguise our oopsies with the screw. And yet, oh, that was a little rough. And give the plumeria some space. Okay, it's still a little wonky over here. I'm not loving that. I'll just bump everything down a little bit. And then what I'm gonna get is, I don't normally believe in red mulch, but if there was a place to use it, this might be a good place, because I can put it right here and make the path very visible, and what's not the path over here very visible. And then I may put just a little bit of a walking trail of red mulch here so they know where to get the ball. I'll cut back this rose. I don't think there's anything poisonous in here. You know, I would have loved to have a whole walkway all the way, at least in my mind and my vision, it was up to here, but I don't have that right now. Maybe if we replace more decking, see where Buddy is. If we replace more boards, I'll save them for this project over here. But I'll go to the store and I'm just going to grab one bag of red mulch and highlight where they can and can't step. Because nothing worse than, for them, they don't know where to step, and when they step, I shriek, you know, so let's make all that real clear before 4th of July. All right, it's afternoon now. I ran my errands and I picked up 5 bags of red mulch. I don't think I'm going to be able to use all of them here. I may save them for somewhere else, maybe around the front or something, but I'd rather have more than not enough. And it was just by coincidence, I was at Walmart anyhow because I was passing that area, and I was like, I have a gift card from my birthday months ago that, you know, I could use. And I thought, what a great birthday gift to myself, because I love to do gardening. So anyhow, I think we're gonna just go ahead and start putting some of this in, and you know, and just kind of brighten up the area for when we have company for the 4th, and also for I just love it that, like, when the ball gets lost over here on this side, we have a little bit of a block so it won't come all the way out to the grass, but also, you know, it'd be fantastic, and people will know where not to step because I'm covering up all the weeds and all the whatever. So let's get at this part 2 of this little project. I'm really happy to see all this come together in one day. I was able to find one more little piece, and so, you know, it's just giving it a little bit more length, and I played around so they look like they're all the same size, even though they're not, except for that one where the plumeria goes in it. But you won't even notice that in a little bit. Well, y'all, I apologize for the speckled, dappled light in here, but at least you can really see what is going on. Maybe if I get in the shade, it'll be clearer. There's a little rope. So this rope is tied to a big stake in the ground meant to hold this tree during hurricanes. So I'm not going to remove it because I think, you know, we're almost upon hurricane season again, so I might be needing it. And I had a couple extra bags, and I had planned on doing it with that. But in the end, it took all 5 bags just to do this little area and this little adorable walkway that we now have. Made it absolutely clear to when the dogs play, and sometimes the dogs will run around the whole pool, and they'll come in here, and then they'll, you know, if you watch one of my other videos, I don't remember which one it was, Waffles, my grand dog, ran right into the fence and put a big lean into it. So now this looks a little bit more obvious for Waffles. This looks a little bit more obvious if we have people needing to get, sorry, I should have swept that, needing to get the little inflatable balls out of the pool. They know to be careful of that and that and that and that and so forth. Oh, I still need to prune back my rows so they don't catch on that. But also, I'll just do that off camera, but know that I'm going to come in here and deadhead this. And it's already got more. This is a knockout rose. It's got more coming. So they have clear view of what they can go after. There's turmeric in here. There's a 4 o'clock, some porterweed, some different bromeliads. We have the loofah in here. Sorry, I had a nose tickle like I was going to sneeze on you. The loofah has finally caught the fence, and I kind of like that it has this little lean. Can you see? It wasn't what I set out for, but I actually kind of like the swoopiness of it. So I really like it. I have white salvia in here, and back between the papayas. I think that's the only 2 places. Maybe another porterweed. We have cat whiskers. I have a gara tucked in there. It must have reseeded itself because it's not, my original gara was up here. Actually, there was one here also. So anyhow, I might or might not, before 4th of July, go get some more bags of red mulch. I think I had like $6 left over on my gift card, and go buy another couple bags, maybe add to that. And then we can be completely finished with this walkway. I absolutely love this. This is so cute. Here, can you see better now? There you go. I absolutely love that we did something very intentional. We repurposed the old boards that were just slated for the dump. And they're great here because almost nobody will walk on them. But yet, when we need to, they'll be very purposeful. And if they rot, they rot. And then we just do it again. So I love this. I actually have what's going to be the replacement for this black plastic. I have telephone poles. Hey, buddy, up front. I just need a strong man to help, or 2, to help me with that. Yeah, so I don't know when that, maybe when they're all over for 4th of July, I'll put them to work. Wouldn't that be fun? Not for them, but for me it would be. Get it done. I just love it. I can't love it enough. I love it. Oh, and you know, I know people don't like the red dye in red mulch, and I totally get that, but nothing in here is being eaten. Well, I guess you could say the chives, but I don't even really eat those. So all that is just perfect. The papyrus here and there, they came from my friend Bridget, and probably a couple of you who are subscribed might actually know who Bridget is. And Bridget passed on Saturday unexpectedly from an aortic aneurysm. So it was awful, but it was peaceful and it was quick. And she was 85 years old, an avid gardener, permaculturist. She knew, she was still mowing her yard at that age. I think she's 85. She might have been 84, but still really close to that. She was a do-it-yourselfer. She laid her own concrete pad. She did her own tiling in her kitchen. I mean, she was a go-getter, and I just loved her, and I drew so much inspiration from her. And she gave me these papyrus plants and all my 4 o'clocks. So there's some 4 o'clocks in here from her. No, the white ones were from her. So Anyhow, I'm sweating like crazy. You guys, we're gonna call it that. And very excited. So you guys, be sure to subscribe and give me a little thumbs up for this hard work and this heat. So you guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Buddy, what do you think of it? You have a path now. Actual path.